Imagine a future where a single company not only leads the electric vehicle market, but becomes so valuable that it surpasses the world's 5 largest companies combined. A scenario that seems like something out of a science fiction film, but that is taking shape in a very real way. And it all starts with a bold vision, transforming electric mobility into something accessible, efficient, and innovative to a point that no one else can keep up with. It may sound like a fantasy, but there is a strategy behind this ambition, and it is a strategy that is already in motion. To understand what is happening, you need to look beyond the numbers and graphs. There is a belief that the true power of innovation is not just creating advanced technologies, but making them accessible to millions of people. A vision where progress is not the privilege of a few, but a reality for everyone. And it is exactly this idea that is guiding the next steps of this revolutionary company. But how do you turn such a grand vision into something concrete? Well, that's what makes it different. She doesn't just dream, she executes. And when it comes to execution, it's not just about launching new car models. It's about reimagining the automotive industry as a whole. This means accelerating production, optimizing processes, and exploring new technologies that seemed impossible just a few years ago. The goal is not just to create the next electric car of the year. It is to create a revolution in mobility, a turning point that puts this company on top of the world. But this is not something that happens overnight. It is a challenging path, full of obstacles, but also full of opportunities for those who have the courage to move forward. It's as if every decision you make is a piece of a bigger puzzle. From choosing more sustainable materials to developing advanced autonomous driving technologies, everything is designed to build a solid foundation. A foundation that not only supports the growth of this company, but also puts it in a unique position to dominate the global market. And the most interesting thing is that while many only see cars, those who look closer see something much bigger, a transformation on a global scale. But this vision is not just about numbers and statistics. It is a vision that connects people, that offers a new way of thinking about mobility, that awakens the curiosity of even the most skeptical. Because when you look into the future and see a company that's not just participating in a market, but redefining it, it's clear there's something much bigger going on. Something that is not limited to selling cars, but that seeks to transform the relationship between people and technology. And when it comes to speed, few names are as associated with accelerated innovation as this company. What once seemed like a distant project is now closer than ever. The promise of a new affordable model, the long-awaited Model Q, is no longer just a rumor and has started to take shape. What was expected for 2026 now appears to be arriving much earlier in mid-2025. An unexpected leap that is moving the market and leaving competitors with their eyes wide open. But how is this possible? The answer lies in this company's incredible production capacity. With its gigantic factories spread across the world, from Shanghai to Berlin, from Texas to Fremont, manufacturing capacity has become a truly unstoppable force. These huge industrial complexes are not just buildings with machines, but true centers of innovation, where every second is optimized to produce more and better. It's not just a question of quantity, but of efficiency. And it is exactly this efficiency that is allowing the Model Q to be launched ahead of schedule. And it's not just that. The idea of bringing the Model Q to the market earlier is not just a marketing ploy. It's a carefully planned strategy. After all, an affordable electric vehicle, with the quality and technology that this company offers, has the potential to completely redefine the popular car segment. Just imagine an electric car with advanced technology, modern design, and competitive price. Something that, until recently, seemed impossible. But now it's closer than ever. And if anyone thinks this is just an empty promise, they are very mistaken. Because the numbers don't lie. In 2024, this company's total production surpassed an impressive 1.77 million vehicles. And now, with a target of 2 million vehicles delivered by the end of 2025, it's clear that they're not just dreaming, they're delivering. And the Model Q is a fundamental piece of that plan. A car that is not only affordable, but that can completely change the public perception of what an electric vehicle is. But what makes this story even more intriguing is the speed at which everything is happening. Prototyping, testing, process optimization. Everything seems to be moving at an almost unbelievable speed. And this is no coincidence. There is a culture within this company that values constant innovation, experimentation, and rapid learning. Each new model is an evolution of the last, and the Model Q is the next logical step in that evolution. And while many automakers are still trying to understand how to compete in this new scenario, this company is already on another level. Not just developing cars, but creating a true mobility platform. And the Model Q is the perfect example of this. A car that is not just a means of transportation, but a gateway to a new world of affordable technology. And with each passing day, the launch of this model becomes more tangible. But it's not just the speed at which this company is bringing the Model Q to market that's impressive. It's also what's inside it. Because this won't be just another electric car. It comes equipped with technology that seems straight out of a science fiction film. Grok 3. An artificial intelligence system that promises to completely transform the driving experience. And it's no exaggeration to say that this is the next big step in the evolution of intelligent vehicles. Grok 3 isn't just a voice assistant like the ones you find on smartphones or regular navigation systems. It's much more than that. It is an artificial intelligence designed to understand commands naturally, adapt to the driver's behavior, and even anticipate their needs. Imagine getting in the car and it already knowing that you are in a hurry, automatically adjusting the fastest route and play your favorite playlist. It looks like something out of a movie, but it's about to become reality. And it's not just about simple commands like turn on the air conditioning or play a song. Grok 3 is able to understand complex sentences, answer questions, and even maintain a natural conversation. And the most impressive? He learns. With each trip, it collects information, understands your habits, and improves with each interaction. It's like having a co-pilot who never gets tired, always attentive to what you need. And all this fluidly, without mechanical commands or pre-programmed phrases. But the true power of Grok 3 lies in its integration capabilities. It doesn't just control the car's multimedia system, it manages everything. From climate control to battery management, real-time diagnostics, and even maintenance forecasting. And the most fascinating thing is that he does all of this proactively. If the system detects that the driver is stressed, for example, it can suggest a calmer route or adjust the music to something more relaxing. And as if that weren't enough, the Grok 3 also comes with advanced security features. It is capable of monitoring the driver's attention, detecting signs of fatigue, and even taking control in critical situations. All this thanks to a real-time learning system, supported by a state-of-the-art artificial intelligence infrastructure. It's as if the car were alive, always looking out for the driver and ensuring a safer and more comfortable driving experience. And what makes this technology even more impressive is that it's not limited to voice commands. Grok 3 can be controlled using gestures, visual commands, and even facial recognition. It's as if the car knows you, understands your preferences, and adapts to your lifestyle. And this isn't just a matter of convenience. It's a revolution in the way people interact with their vehicles. And it's not just artificial intelligence that is revolutionizing the Model Q. It's also the way it will be produced. Because to make this vehicle accessible and competitive, it is not enough to have cutting-edge technology. It needs to be produced intelligently, and that is exactly what is happening. The company has developed a next-generation platform, a true evolutionary leap in electric vehicle manufacturing. And the result? A reduction of up to 50% in production costs. But how is this possible? The secret is in something called Giga Casting, a technology that allows large structural parts to be produced in a single casting, eliminating dozens, sometimes hundreds, of smaller components. This not only simplifies the assembly process, but also increases structural strength and reduces the weight of the vehicle. It's like turning a complicated puzzle into a single, solid piece. And when it comes to efficiency, every second saved in production translates into a lower price for the consumer. And this is not just a theoretical idea. This technology is already being applied to other models and is now being adapted for the Model Q. With Giga Casting, production time is drastically reduced, which means that more vehicles can be produced in less time. And it's not just that. The standardization of parts also ensures more consistent quality, reducing the risk of defects and increasing the car's durability. It's as if each Model Q was produced with the precision of a Swiss watch. But the optimization doesn't stop there. In addition to Giga Casting, the company is also using advanced automation processes in its assembly lines. Intelligent robots work side by side with human operators, performing repetitive and complex tasks with millimeter precision. It's a true synchronized dance of technology and human talent, where every movement is calculated to ensure maximum efficiency. And the most impressive thing is that this combination of technology and automation does not compromise quality. On the contrary, it raises production standards even further. And innovation is not limited to assembly. Even the materials used were rethought. Instead of expensive and complex components, the Model Q uses lightweight and recyclable materials without compromising safety and resistance. And this isn't just a question of economics, it's a question of sustainability. Because in a world where environmental responsibility is increasingly important, this company is showing that it is possible to produce in an intelligent and responsible way. And it's not just a question of cutting costs. It's a matter of creating a production model that is scalable. Because the goal isn't to produce just a few thousand Model QS, it's to produce millions. And for that, every detail matters. From the modular design, which facilitates assembly and maintenance, to the integration of cutting-edge technologies, which allow remote diagnostics and updates. It's as if each Model Q was a piece of a large electric mobility ecosystem. And as the Model Q takes shape with optimized production and cutting-edge technology, it is not just a theoretical project. It is already coming to life in development centers, and the first prototypes are already being tested in Austin, Texas, a city that is not just a technology hub, but has now become the cradle of this automotive revolution. Because when it comes to innovation, it's not enough to have good ideas. You need to put them on the road. And that's exactly what's happening. The first camouflage Model Q models have already been seen circulating on streets and test tracks. A true sign that the company is serious about its commitment to launching this car as quickly as possible. But what these tests reveal isn't just the vehicle's design or performance. It's the advancement of a production technology that's about to change everything. Because Giga Casting is not just a theory, it is a reality in action. And it's not just about the chassis or the design. These tests are also evaluating the Grok 3's performance in real-world conditions. The artificial intelligence system is not just receiving commands, it is learning. Each trip is a lesson, where the system better understands a driver's behavior, road conditions, and even the weather. It's as if the car were alive, evolving with each kilometer traveled. And the most impressive thing is that the more he learns, the the more efficient and safe he becomes. But testing isn't just about performance and technology. They are also a way to ensure that Model Q meets all safety and efficiency standards. Documents submitted to the California Air Resources Board, CRB, and the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, indicate that the model is already in the certification phase. And this isn't just a formality. It's proof that the company is committed to delivering a vehicle that is not only affordable, but also safe and reliable. And what makes it all even more intriguing is the fact that these tests are not carried out in absolute secrecy. Unlike other automakers, who keep their prototypes hidden until the last minute, this company seems to like playing on the public's curiosity. Camouflage prototypes circulating through busy streets, rumors that spread like wildfire, and an expectation that grows every day. It's almost as if each sighting is a piece of a puzzle that the entire world is trying to put together. But while the Model Q is being tested on the streets of Texas, this company's plans go far beyond American borders. Because to truly transform the global electric vehicle market, you need to think big. And that's exactly what's happening. The next big step is expansion into the Indian market, a strategic move that promises to change the game. And it's not just a matter of selling cars in another country. It's a matter of establishing a solid foundation in one of the world's largest economies. The Indian market is a true sleeping giant when it comes to electric vehicles. With more than 1.4 billion people and a growing demand for affordable and sustainable transport, the potential is immense. But it's not just the size of the market that matters, it's the timing. The Indian government is committed to accelerating the transition to electric vehicles with incentive policies, subsidies, and investments in infrastructure. And it is exactly in this scenario that this company plans to enter with everything. But how to turn this potential into reality? The answer lies in something that has already proven to be a successful formula: building a Gigafactory on Indian soil. A factory that will not only produce the Model Q, but will also allow the company to escape the extremely high import tariffs that make electric vehicles almost inaccessible in the country. By producing locally, costs drop dramatically, and the Model Q's final price becomes much more competitive. It's like opening a door to millions of new customers. And the impact goes far beyond India's borders. Because by establishing a production base in that country, the company gains access to the entire Southeast Asian region, the Middle East, and even Africa. Emerging markets where demand for affordable vehicles is huge, but where price is still a barrier. With local production and India's trade agreements, the Model Q could become the first truly affordable electric car for millions of people. And this isn't just an opportunity, it's a revolution. But it's not just a matter of making and selling cars. It's a matter of creating a complete ecosystem. And that means investing in infrastructure, such as fast charging networks, technical support, and even battery recycling. Because for the Model Q to be a success in India, it needs to be more than a car. It needs to be a complete electric mobility solution. And that is exactly what is being planned. A network of superchargers that will allow drivers to charge their vehicles quickly and conveniently, even in the most remote regions. And it's not just consumers who are excited. The Indian government sees this partnership as a chance to boost local industry, create jobs, and attract other investments. Incentive programs such as FAME2 offer subsidies for purchasing electric vehicles and building charging infrastructure. And the company is ready to take advantage of these opportunities, ensuring that the Model Q is not just another car on the market, but the car that will lead the electric transition in India. But this company's ambition doesn't stop there. Because the Model Q, with its mass production and affordable price, is just the beginning of a much larger transformation. A transformation that is not limited to the Indian market or the United States, but is about to impact the entire world. And this transformation isn't just about selling cars. It's about leading a global revolution in electric mobility. An audacious plan that is not content with being just another automaker, but with becoming the heart of a new era of electric vehicles. And the secret to this is not just in the cars, but in the entire infrastructure that surrounds them. Because it's not enough to create an accessible vehicle. You need to ensure it can be charged quickly, efficiently, and affordably. And that's exactly why this company is aggressively expanding its supercharger network, not just in developed markets, but also in emerging regions. The idea is simple. Wherever the Model Q goes, there will be a practical and affordable way to keep it charged. And that changes everything. But it's not just about chargers. It's about creating a complete ecosystem. From technical support to maintenance, including software updates that reach the car directly, as if it were a smartphone. The Model Q is not just a vehicle. It is a constantly evolving technology platform. And that means he doesn't get old. On the contrary, it becomes better over time as new features and improvements are released. And best of all, this happens automatically, without the driver having to do anything. And while many are still trying to understand how to compete in this new landscape, this company is setting the standard. Because the true power of the Model Q is not just its affordable price, but the complete experience it offers. An experience that starts with purchase, goes through daily use, and continues with ongoing support. It's as if each driver becomes part of a global community, connected by technology, sustainability, and innovation. And the impact of this is not just economic, it is environmental. Because by making electric vehicles affordable for millions of people, this company is accelerating the transition to cleaner mobility. Every Model Q on the road is a small victory against pollution, proof that it is possible to have efficient and sustainable transport without compromising your budget. And this is not just a promise. It is a reality that is already spreading around the world. And if anyone thinks that the Model Q is just another car, they are very mistaken. Because it is just the beginning of a much larger strategy. A strategy that combines artificial intelligence, mass production, energy efficiency, and a global infrastructure network. It's as if each piece is being carefully positioned to create something much bigger. Something that is about to redefine the automotive market as we know it.